Welcome into Soda City Living. We're so happy you're joining us for our 10 Days of Christmas episode sponsored by Cardinal Wellness and Aesthetics. Today, you'll learn all about the practice in Lexington that puts emphasis on overall wellness. Whether you're looking for weight loss, body contouring, hormone therapy, genetic testing, and more, Cardinal has you covered. If you're just interested in enhancing your looks, there are plenty of options for that as well. Here's more.
That we founded Cardinal Age Management Medicine Institute, and then we incorporated aesthetics, so we are now Cardinal Wellness and Aesthetics. Our main focus is achieving optimal health, finding out where our patient is, and improving their health mainly by lifestyle with improving their nutrition, improving their exercise with exercise prescriptions, and sleep. Those three things are basic things that we have to get right before hormone optimization and other things to improve optimal health. So our mission really here is to link the science of medicine with the art of caring to optimize health in our patients, families, and hopefully communities. Our lifestyle medicine consult is our basic thing, and we spend at least an hour and a half to 2 hours with the first consult because it takes that long to see what the patient's goals and aspirations are, what their concerns are, and then a large part of that is the education process to see where the science is as far as food is medicine, exercise is medicine, and then you can't just give patients a sheet and say, follow this diet. We have to see where they are, what they can do, and what large populations have done to decrease the problem with chronic disease. In traditional medicine, we're really pretty good at controlling chronic disease, but it still happens. The consequences still happen. So we're really good at keeping people alive, but we're not changing the things that actually cause those chronic diseases in the first place. So it takes really time. Now, beyond that, hormone optimization is very important because we're living longer, and there are such a huge gap in the understanding of bioidentical hormones versus synthetic non-bioidenticals. And there was one huge study, the Women's Health Initiative, which had bad outcomes in the older age group, but it was conjugated horse estrogens, which is non-bioidentical, associated with progestins, which caused a variety of bad things, which gave us a bad taste in our mouth about hormone replacement therapy. Since then, there's been several studies, at least 4, including the Danish osteoporosis trial and the West trial, which is in Europe, that did not use those hormones, and did not have the deep vein clots, the increased risk of breast cancer, and actually had decreased risk of neurodegenerative disease. So we go over those things so patients can make an informed decision. Beyond that, now there's a whole world of cellular medicine where we know cellular pathways, and we can improve those. And most people need to understand that the nutrition and exercise improves those. If they want to move to a different level, we have other things like peptides and small molecules that improve cellular function, like methylation and nutrient sensing. We have the inflammatory genes. We also do genetic testing, and we actually test for genes that show polymorphisms that would predispose someone, and then we have some solutions for those that are either nutrients, vitamins, or lifestyle changes. The nutrigenomic testing is to see what nutrients they may need, but there is other genetic testing. For instance, there's a company that will, actually, if you have a bad family history, they'll do free genetic testing. It's blood testing, and that will tell you all the different genes that are predisposing them to certain types of cancers. Symptomatically, it's fatigue, brain fog, weight gain, and of course, as you age, you see that as your hormones dip, this starts. And it's very common, so hormones can be optimized. And then we have patients with coronary heart disease. So we've got really good cardiologists here. They do a great job. What we want to do is to augment what they do with the lifestyle. Let them, treat their heart disease, treat their cholesterol. And the same thing goes with type 2 diabetes and Alzheimer's disease. So the primary care physicians are doing a really good job. We want to do things they don't have time to do. And getting down with the lifestyle, education, we show them studies, we show them what's been done at other institutions. Most of our patients are between, say, 40 and 60, but we have plenty of 70-year-olds. We've got a few that are even younger. The youngest came with hypothyroidism at age 10. She's now 15 and doing well. So we like to see the whole gamut, but our goal is to have people have a better health span. So our medical community is so good at keeping people alive, but our health span means we want to be healthier longer. My dad was a great example. He died suddenly at 95. And so he was taking my mother to the opera the day before. So he was extremely functional right up until the time that he passed. And my mom is still with us. She'll be 99 at the end of this month. I'm passionate about primary care and family medicine. I think the training went from GP to family medicine was huge. The more depth in a broader area really helped a lot of people. But yet, I was getting older and I wanted to know everything I could about aging, what makes the body work well when we're younger, how can we keep that? And so I was learning all about patients and disease, and I wanted to know more about, what are the principles of longevity, getting back to how cells work better. There are groups teaching cellular medicine to physicians, teaching about bioidentical hormones, teaching about peptides, and how that helps those cells work more like they did when we were younger. So if you buy a really nice car, you drive it off the lot, that engine works perfectly, the fuel goes in, the power comes out. If you get that 5,000 mile maintenance, at 100,000 miles, still working pretty well. Well, many of us don't get that 5,000 mile maintenance and our cells don't work as well. No wonder we don't have the energy, which is ATP, which comes from our mitochondria. Now we know tons about the mitochondria, how they work. Our mood disorders, our neurodegenerative disease, it's a lack of brain energy, that's ATP. So instead of treating symptoms like we do in Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's disease, we know how they work. Let's make them work really well. And of course it does start with the lifestyle. So, when we tell patients with heart disease that they picked the wrong parents, we're not empowering them. They have the power. So it's not just your genes, it's the expression of the genes, and it's we have control over that. So 75 to 80% of it is up to us.
Still ahead, we take a closer look at a treatment that promises to burn fat and build muscle. Plus, we learn about aesthetic options from hair growth to fillers and facial sculpting. And later, Dr. Martin tells us ways to improve your health at home.
Have you heard the news?